Pistorius will need to come as of the 26th of May to undergo psychiatric evaluation. He would need to arrive here at 9 o'clock in the morning and leave at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, as you said, Oscar Pistorius will be an outpatient. There's been much criticism about that, where some experts have criticized, asking how doctors will be able to diagnose Oscar Pistorius or try and understand his true state of mind on the morning that he shot and killed Reeva Steenkamp. You will recall that Oscar Pistorius had mentioned during the court proceedings that he'd been having nightmares since he shot and killed Reeva Steenkamp. So many people saying that why isn't Oscar Pistorius going to be evaluated day and night to try and establish whether he is having those nightmares? Well, he will be seen by 4 experts who will include 3 psychiatrists and 1 clinical psychologist. Basically, that's where Oscar Pistorius' fate lies at this stage. After that evaluation is done over the next 30 days, that will ultimately determine the direction which Oscar Pistorius' murder trial does take.
Now, Chriselda, as you say, there's been a lot of criticism on this ruling, but there's also been readiness from the state to let Pistorius go for observation. What does that mean?
Essentially what it means at this stage, Natasha, is that it's important, given that this was mentioned inside court. You recall the defense witness, Dr. Meryl Foster, who had diagnosed Oscar Pistorius with a general anxiety disorder, saying that Oscar Pistorius' reaction on that morning that he shot and killed Reeva Steenkamp could be linked to his condition. So the court certainly cannot go ahead with this case without getting that aspect out of the way. You would recall that Judge Thokozile Masipa, in her ruling in granting the application to the state, had indicated that it would be in the interest of justice and to ensure that there is a fair trial for this issue to get underway, out of the way, for it to be established what Oscar Pistorius' true state of mind was on that day. So certainly does work in favor of the state if you look at it from that aspect, because if this case, for example, would go to the appeals court, a question would be asked if this condition is raised at the appeals court as to why a lower court did not deal with the aspects pertaining to Oscar Pistorius' condition, and perhaps the case would have been referred back to the North Gauteng High Court. So really we're both seeing the judge also being very clear and also trying to steer far from controversy, and that those issues need to get out of the way so that the case can proceed quite smoothly and this fair trial that she speaks of can get underway.
All right, Chriselda, thank you very much. We'll leave it there. That was Chriselda Lewis live from Pretoria. Well, moving on now.